Good morning to you all. Welcome to a description. So the next experiment of the fluid mechanics is your Kaplan turbine, and the aim of the experiment to study the characteristics and find out its efficiency of a Kaplan turbine. And the basic aim of the experiment: one, Kaplan turbine test rig, weights and measuring for speed, that is for your tachometer. Next we move for the theory part. So next we go for the theory part. About the theory, in a reaction turbine, a parts of water energy is converted into kinetic energy at entrance, and the other part remains in the form of a pressure energy. As water flows through the runner, the pressure energy is gradually converted into kinetic energy. Thus, the pressure is high at inlet and gradually decreasing at outlet. So, in a reaction turbine, the pressure energy and kinetic energy both are converted into mechanical energy. So, Kaplan and Francis both are under the reaction turbine. So, about the Kaplan turbine, it is a axial flow reaction turbine. The main part of Kaplan turbine are runners, scroll casing, steering, hubs, guide vanes and draft tube. The runner consists of 4, 6 or 8 blades that are attached on a hub. These are the blade can be turned about their own axis, so that their angle of inclination may be adjusted while the turbine is in motion. Then this adjustment of the runner blade is usually done automatically by means of a servo motor. The casing of a Kaplan turbine is designed in such a way that its cross-sectional area goes on reducing uniformly across around the circumference. The spiral casing is provided with inspection holes and pressure gauge. Casing is cast iron. The guide vanes are fixed between the two rings in the form of a wheel. The wheel is fixed in the spiral casing. The guide vanes are properly designed in order to allow the water to flow over them without forming the eddies. So it is also allow the required quantity of water to enter the turbine. The water, after passing through the runner, flow downwards through a tube which is known as draft tube, and it is steel and concrete conical tunnel. And the basic working principle of a Kaplan turbine: the water is conveyed from the reservoir to the scroll casing, and the water from scroll flow over the guide blades and then over the vanes. Exerted force on the shaft of a turbine which causes the shaft to revolve, and in this way the hydraulic energy convert to mechanical energy. Next we move for the experiment. So these are the Kaplan turbine test rig. About this test rig, this part is the motor, and these are the pressure gauge, vacuum pressure gauge, throat pressure gauge, inlet. Okay, and this is the turbine head. Before starting, when we start the Kaplan turbine, at that time this end vacuum is created and it will receive the water and send it with high pressure. Similar way, this part is the total venturimeter, and when water rushes towards the venturimeter, this part is the converging, throat, diverging part. This is decreasing dia, same dia and increasing dia. That's why when the water flow through this venturimeter, automatically it maintain a constant rate of flow. After that, this is the opening closing valve, and when we open it, that water rushes towards this casing, towards this casing, and inside it one hub is there. Now this hub is like horizontally, and some guide blades also setting inside the hob. That's why what happened when the water flow rush towards here, that was just rotating here and then goes towards the draft tube. Okay. So this is about your machines. Then we go through the experiment, and for finding out the efficiency, similarly two things are needed. One is the brake power, another is the input power. So brake power is your 2 pi nt by 60,000 and input power is your WQH. Okay. So for finding out the brake power, another arrangement is your, for finding out the torque, another arrangement is your brake drum. This is your brake drum. This is the brake drum. Here also rope arrangement. This is the spring balance. When we give here weight, automatically the spring balance also deflected, and W1 minus W2 into RE. RE is the effective radius, which is this distance, half of the drum size and full of the half dia of the drum and full dia of the rope. By multiplying this, we find out the torque. So W1 minus W2. W1 is the giving weight and W2 is the spring balance reading into RE. Okay, then we find out the torque, and this N is the RPM of the shaft. So initially we maintain a constant RPM. That's why when we put this value, put this formula, then we find out the brake power. Similar way for input power, this is your WQH. Here W is the specific weight of the water, Q is the discharge, and H is the total head. Here also turbine head. So for finding out this W, the value already given, this Q, formula for Q is equal to K into root over H. That was the K is the Venturi constant and H is the, we find out the directly inlet pressure and throat pressure. From the equation, H is equal to P1 minus P2 into 10. So this is your inlet pressure and this is the throat pressure, and these two we measure in the panel board. Okay, here these are the inlet pressure and this is the throat pressure. From these two reading, we find out the P1 minus P2, and when we convert it into meter of water, we just multiply 10. That's why we find out the what? We find out the H. And similarly, here this H is the turbine head, which is HS plus HD. So HS plus HD is your suction head and delivery head. But practically here, for the laboratory purpose, this total head is giving in the panel. We move for the experiment. Before starting the experiment, all the valves and cocks are in closed position. Now it is in closed position. Okay, all are in closed position. After that, we give the power supply here. Now the power supply is, then give the power supply. After running sometimes, then slowly you open the valves. Now we maintain the constant RPM, that is 700. We adjust this valve, that's why the RPM should be 700. Then we open the pressure. Both inlet and also throat. Here also this is your head. If any air bubbles inside the draft tube, that indicates this one, the vacuum gun. Otherwise it was 0. Here also, now the spring balance reading is 0, and here also we put here initial reading is your 4 kg. When you put here 4 kg, automatically the RPM should decrease. So immediately you increase the speed of the motor. That's why it maintain a constant RPM 700. It may be plus or minus 15. That means up to 685 to 750 within this. Now it is 700. After that we are taking the reading. So P1 is your, now P1 is your 1.4, P2 is your 0.85, and the RPM is 700. Here we put here 4 kg weight, and the spring balance is your 0.05. Spring balance is your 0.05. Each division is your 1.01, and this is your 0.05. Okay, 4 kg weight here, and at that time constant head, that is your addition of HS plus HD. Here only turbine head, that is your 0.1. Okay, so this is about here. And here also in the draft tube part, no air bubble present. Due to that reason, this is in 0. This is basically for draft tube purpose. This is 0. Okay. So this is about your first reading, and similar way we go for the second, third, fourth, and fifth. In the experiment, we are collecting these data. So in this tabulation part, we maintain a constant RPM, that is 700 for each observation. Similar way, this is the supply head, and P1, P2, the inlet pressure and the throat pressure. And another part, the brake weight, we are giving 4, 5, 6, 7 kg, and this one is the rope weight, which is added with this. This is the spring balance reading, and similar way we find out the input and output. Finally, we find out the efficiency. Before that, we go for the calculation. For observation 1, in the calculation part, so these are the data. N1 is your 700, RE is the effective radius, that value is 0.115. W, specific weight of water, that is 9.81. W1 is initially we give 4 kg load, and rope weight is your 1 kg. W2 is your 0.05, that is your spring balance reading. Inlet pressure is the in venturimeter. The inlet pressure P1 is your 1.44, and the throat pressure is your 0.875. And the turbine head, overall turbine head, that is your HS plus HD, that is your 0.1. So the related formula for brake power, for finding out the efficiency, need two things. One is your brake power, another is the input power is needed. For brake power, 2 pi nt by 60 into 1000. So you put the value 2 pi, value of n 700, t is the torque. This is your W1 minus W2 into Re. W1 minus W2 into Re. Here also we add the rope weight, and here 2 pi nt divided by 60,000, that value is like this, 0.409 into 3 kg. Similar way, the formula for torque, W1 minus W2 Re, this is the value. Another formula for input power, that is your WQH, and you put the value here also. This is your WQ. Q is the discharge, that is K into over H. Here you just mark your value of K, that is your ventricle stand. This one, and H is your P1 minus P2. When you convert it into meter, that's why you multiply here 10. So this is the result for K, value of K. K into root over of H, which is Q. And finally you put the value here and you find out the input power, that is your 0.47202 kilowatt. And finally our efficiency is your brake power by input power into 100, which is 86.72%. Similar way, observation 2, 3, 4. After that, finally in the conclusion part, we studied the characteristics of a Kaplan turbine and find out its mean efficiency, that is 54.30. Thank you.